Hey DBS family, what's up? Good morning to each and every one of you. Wake up. This is your official morning call or wake up call, get up call, because there's a difference between just waking up and actually getting up and moving. Now, our show today is also a little bit about making sure that we're up, moving, and taking care of ourselves. So we have a really great show for you. Please, I'm inviting you to our family right here. It's DBS This Morning. I'm Chayla Mendez, your morning host, and right now we're going to wake you up in the know with our morning news highlights.
A very good morning to you. Time now for the news. The Ministry of Education has announced an adjustment to the operations of the island schools. Based on recent stakeholder engagements and consultation, the Ministry of Education has decided to suspend the classes for today, Thursday, January 20th, 2022, and tomorrow, Friday, January the 21st. In addition, during the week of Monday, January the 24th to Friday, the 28th of January, the following groupings will continue face-to-face instructions. Early Childhood Education Centers, grade 6 students, Form 5 students, vocational and tertiary institutions. All other groupings will revert to the distributed learning approach as per the continuity of learning. And some of the island schools were empty yesterday as teachers reported sick, resulting in students leaving the premises early.
The objective of school is supposed to be that of instruction. And with the impact being so widespread among teachers and students, you cannot achieve that objective.
Finally, from us, the Ministry of Health continues its drive to encourage vaccination during the 5th wave of the coronavirus. Scientists are reporting that most of the people succumbing to COVID-19 and those hospitalized were not vaccinated.
During this current wave, a number of positive COVID-19 cases have been noted in the vaccinated population, what is termed vaccine breakthrough cases. These are instances in which an individual tests positive for COVID-19 after being fully vaccinated more than 14 days after completing their primary series. These cases generally present very mild illness or are asymptomatic.
And that's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Join us for our next news major at noon, the Lunchtime Report. Timothy Paulion saying good morning.
So that about wraps it up when it comes to the morning news highlights. Right now, I think you're already guessing. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to be right back with all the good stuff. Good morning to you, DBS family. Now, we take being healthy very seriously here on this show, and we want our family, our viewers, to feel the benefits of that as well. So I'm quite excited today. We're opposite the Leclerc Church, and right now I'm with Phaedra, who's representing for a group from Soil to Boil, and they've launched a really interesting campaign, and this is called Healthy and Wealthy. So I think that should already give you an idea of what we're about to talk about. However, there's so much more to this concept. So first of all, Phaedra, I hope you're doing good today.
I am well, thank you.
Good stuff. So I'm excited to share with our viewers all about the Healthy and Wealthy campaign. So tell us what this concept is all about.
Okay, it's a campaign that we thought about, an initiative to try to get St. Lucia to move a little bit more, because we've noticed a growing level of non-communicable diseases, which is directly related to diet and also lack of physical activity. Okay. Yes.
So now, with this being said, I know everybody knows about how we talk about diabetes here, hypertension here, just to name a few. So I think this is something really serious. Now, along with this campaign, I know From Soil to Boil is very passionate about keeping the community here in Leclerc very healthy as well. So I know there's a lot more under this umbrella. So what exactly is going to take place? Because I know today something was launched as well, which can really get people up and moving and really thinking about their health.
Yes, we're launching the STEPS Challenge. So we're encouraging people to form teams, and the aim is to try to get to 50 million steps by July 2022, which is around the carnival time, and it will incorporate, if we have carnival, so they can also count their steps during the carnival period.
Good stuff. Now you see, whether carnival takes place or not, let's break this down for you. This gives us roughly about 6 months to comfortably get healthy, because quite often we look for the quick fixes, and that's never the right way to go when you're trying to really make it a lifestyle and not just a sudden change. So this is 6 months where we can be doing the right things and counting our steps. So how are people supposed to approach this, especially if they want to be part of the steps challenge? Like, are they supposed to sign up with you guys, or what's really the format?
Okay, so they can sign up. They just need to go to fromsoiltoboil.com, and there's an application form. And what you will need is a tracker or a smartwatch, or you can download the app, the pedometer app on your mobile device, which will track your steps for the day. And then every week you upload your number of steps to our website or on our Facebook and Instagram pages.
All right, super. So our goal is, and St. Lucia, I hope you're remembering this, we want to get to 50 million steps by July 19th of this year, 2022. So I think that's very exciting, very doable, comfortable. And with the challenge of this, I think it's very all-inclusive, meaning that any and everybody can do it. From kids to however young you're feeling, there's no excuse not to find a way to get part in it, because I think it's very comfortable and not too strenuous. Everybody can make time to make sure we do these little things as well, right?
Exactly.
Good stuff. Now, with the challenge, I want to switch gears just a little bit, because, of course, healthy and wealthy, I love that. Make sure, I think we need to write this on our wall as well. So this is going to be a goal for 2022. But, of course, it's being brought to us, as I mentioned in the beginning, by the organization From Soil to Boil. And I know you all recently launched in December of 2021.
That's right.
So let's tell St. Lucia more about what you guys stand for and what is the entire aim of the group.
Okay, so we're an all-women's group, and we came together because we recognize a need that, there's a lot of people who might have not have access to affordable, healthy food.
Right.
So we, with the help of the marketing board and some farmers that we have a direct relationship with, we get their surplus product at an affordable price, and we offer it to our clients at an affordable price. And we also offer delivery right to their doorsteps, so the elderly and homebound, they can get our service.
Nice. Now, even with this being said, because where we're at right now is a pickup location and a hub for delivery as well. So this is quite exciting, because I always say it on the show, we're in a perfect place to be. We have an island that can grow such great produce all throughout the year. Why are we not tapping into this? So I'm happy to see at least somebody's taking initiative and really trying to get it into the communities. And I was actually saying recently to my cameraman, when we had lockdown, farmers got super creative, because you were seeing so many people posting and advertising, WhatsApping produce boxes and lists and pricing. I've never seen that before, because all we knew really was either you're going to the supermarket or you're heading to the Castries market.
That's right.
So outside of that, I was like, when things opened up again, it kind of stopped, and only few people kept on doing produce boxes. I was like, we were onto a good thing. Why did this stop? So when I heard about this today, that made me so excited. So I'm certain you guys can also testify to that, the importance of us supporting and also eating our own local produce.
Yes, exactly. I mean, what we do is we're creating a sustainable market for our farmers, and also a consistent product for our customers.
Agreed. You see, simply put, that's what it's all about. We got to eat what we're growing right here in St. Lucia. And I'm so happy that you guys have started this. And again, females, I should say, in agriculture are still in the minority, but it's good to see that we can still be making some big moves here, and hopefully more people will take initiative from that. So as we get ready to wrap up, I know there's a few things on the calendar outside of the campaign, again, Healthy and Wealthy, that kicked off with the Steps Challenge that people can be tapping into right now. I know every Friday there's going to be something taking place. So let's just let St. Lucia know what they can look forward to in some of the regular things that are happening as well with From Soil to Boil.
Okay, so every last Friday of the month, we will be holding a farmers market, which will be in the parking lot of the VBCC, which is the Vidbouteille Community Center. So people can come and buy food. It's not going to be boxes, it's just going to be food that we will sort of have, and we'll probably get some farmers to come as well to sell their produce. Along with Healthy and Wealthy, we also have little mini challenges that will be coming up along the forthcoming months, such as, give up something for Lent or different challenges that they can do. So, yeah.
Well, with all of this being said, all you need to know now is all the ways that you can stay connected with what they're doing right here at From Soil to Boil. So just let them know how they can follow you guys, be it social media or if people want to contact directly.
Oh, well, yes. We're on Facebook. You just look for From Soil to Boil. Same thing for Instagram. Our Gmail is from soil, the number 2, boil @gmail.com. And what else? Social media. Our website is fromsoiltoboil.com.
Perfect. So now you have no excuses. You are in the know. The Steps Challenge was officially launched today, which is, I should say officially launched on January 19th. Yeah. So make sure you get up, get moving. Let's all get healthier together. And thank you so much for you and the team for taking initiative and doing something that's going to help not just ourselves, but the entire community. So all the best with that.
Thank you, Chayla. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And St. Lucia, get on it and get moving. Bye. Good morning and welcome back. Now, where are all my patriotic St. Lucians at? Because right now we're in the middle of our celebrations, celebrating excellence with the 2022 Nobel Laureate Festival. In this segment today, we're going to be bringing you program number 2. First one that we saw earlier this week featured Sir Arthur Lewis, and we got to learn a little bit more about him. This time, our speaker today will be Natalie Laporte, who is a very talented St. Lucian actress who had the opportunity to act and work alongside Sir Derek Walcott in a number of his plays. So we're going to be learning a lot more about this Nobel laureate and, of course, through the eyes of Natalie Laporte. So please enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Celebrating Excellence. For the last 29 years, St. Lucia has been celebrating its 2 Nobel laureates, Sir William Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Alton Walcott. Every year, the festival has a sub-theme, and this year it's facing new realities, creating new modalities.
Natalie Laporte is an actress and poet who performed in many of Sir Derek Walcott's plays.
She tells us of her memories of Sir Derek and a special phrase he coined.
One of the things I really loved about Derek was he had such an insight and a sort of sage awareness about St. Lucia, his native land, and the people who live in it. And I remember he said once, "It matters where you come from." And I remember being struck by that because it was so simple yet so profound. It matters where you come from. Because I think normally we are encouraged, maybe even programmed to a certain degree, to look beyond toward the future, what's in front, what lies ahead, what school are you going to, what job are you going to get, who will you marry, how many kids will you have. But not so trendy is looking back and sort of taking the roots of your past, your ancestry, your ethnicity, and bringing that forward into your present and then into your future. And I feel that maybe that quote had something to do with that. Derek was very, very fascinated by our creative process. The drums, the violin, he thrived in it. It was almost his heartbeat. It has a sort of longing in it. It matters where you come from. See yourself. Let's see ourselves as the island nation that we are, as the regional people that we are, what we represent. And there's a sort of, philosophical spin I like to put on it, like, what do we represent as a people? What do we represent as people, as humans, individuals, and by extension, everywhere we go, everyone we meet, who we talk to, what we say. What do we want to represent? I think these are things that Derek took very, very seriously. He carried them in his heart. always he spoke of them, and it manifested in his work, beautifully. And I think also of the sort of intrinsic, almost endemic beauty of being St. Lucian, of being Caribbean. It's in the way we walk, it's in what we cook, it's in the way we welcome strangers into our homes, it's the speed with which we help people who need a helping hand. Those are things that you find more easily in the Caribbean than you would find in other places, what we like to call the bigger countries, because they live by different systems. And I think also what that phrase might represent, that quote might represent, is there's an intangible beauty about being Caribbean. In my work with him, I would see that happen often because he might have something scripted a certain way, and then all of a sudden he'd have a feeling, and it would be, no, scratch that. Let's do it this way instead. And you just have to kind of roll with it. And he was very expectant of you as an artist to be able to move, maybe like the ocean, ebb and flow easily with that sort of process. It was in everything he did, it was in everything he said. And I think one of the most beautiful things, even though it may not be that obvious, was that even as he passed, he left that with us, was that we can be even greater than we already are. He used to sit in his patio and look out at the ocean always. He always needed to be sitting facing the ocean. And I think it was not just to see the ocean, to hear the waves breaking on the shore, but to feel the ocean. He didn't want to be locked up inside. He never liked that. He liked outdoors, he liked nature. And even when he would speak, he wasn't always very talkative, but when he did speak, that came through in his language. So the honesty of that quote, the simplicity of it, to me just redirects to us as a people, individuals, how we continue to treat ourselves, and then how we treat each other, especially in the decades to come. I think Derek was trying to create a long-term vision for us so that we can continue to build on that intrinsic beauty and be the greatest that we can be. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful sentiment.
The Sir Derek Walcott Memorial Lecture, The Demand of Beauty, will be delivered by St. Lucian poet Mr. Kendall Hippolyte and takes place on Tuesday the 18th of January at 7:30 p.m. at the Finance Administrative Centre. The Nobel Laureate Festival Committee thanks the Laborie Cooperative Credit Union for its sponsorship of the Sir Derek Walcott Memorial Lecture. There is limited in-person attendance with COVID-19 protocols in place, but the lecture will also be recorded by the National Television Network. Visit the Facebook page at Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia for more information. The festival runs until the 31st of January 2022. I hope to see you commenting online. I'm Delia Delore. Goodbye.
Welcome to our Neuromovement Wellness Series. I am Daria. Neuromovement is an opportunity to discover the amazing powers of the brain for healing, pain relief, and rejuvenation. Some of the benefits of neuromovement are reduced tension, reduced pain, and overall well-being. Welcome to Lesson 1. Go ahead and find a place to lie comfortably, either on the floor or on your bed. Go ahead and gently bend both knees and put the 2 feet standing. And now, go ahead and bring the right knee closer to your chest, and you will be holding the right knee just in front, below the knee, with the right hand. And in this position, you will be taking the right leg and arm towards the right side of the body onto the floor. So the head is stationary. So for those of you at home, find a point of contact on your ceiling so that you can keep the head stationary. So once you open the leg, you go ahead and you bring the right leg back into the starting or neutral point. And just notice where you can feel movement. Notice if you can feel the movement in your hip joint. Notice if you feel movement in the shoulders. Notice if you feel any movement in the head. And we'll do one more movement like this. And again, just feel the movement in the ribs, in the chest, in the arm. And slowly and gently stop this movement. Bring down the leg. And for our next movement, you will again elevate the right leg, bringing the knee closer to the chest. And we are going to combine the movement of the head with this movement. So when you take the knee and the arm to the right, gently roll your head to the right. And notice now if having the head move makes the movement feel easier. And remember to synchronize the movement. So you need to go very slowly and gently so that both the arm, the leg, and the head moves at the same pace. So when you're going back to the starting point as well, you need to focus a little more. So again, when you zone in and you focus on the movement, you tend to slow down because you have to actually feel the movement. So I know some of you at home may feel like, I can do this, but when you get the growth, where you allow the brain to learn something new is actually in pacing and reducing the force, reducing the effort in the movements. So now, when you come back to our starting or neutral point, we will be taking the head in the opposite direction of the knee and the arm. And even doing this one, you find, or you'll tend to feel that you have to slow down even further. Because now that the head is going in the opposite direction, you have to ensure that you allow the head to move, as well as the knee, as well as the arm. So we'll do one more movement like this. And slowly and gently come to your starting or neutral point. Bring down the leg so the leg stays bent and rest. And now that we've done the right side of the body, just check in with yourself. Just notice how the right side of the body is feeling compared to the left. Maybe the right side feels lighter, maybe it feels heavier. So just assess how you are feeling. And now, slowly and gently, we'll elevate the left leg, bringing the left knee closer to the chest. And you will be placing the left arm or left hand just below the left knee. So now remember, for our first movement, you do not move the head. So you just gently take the arm and the leg towards the left side of the body, closer to the floor. And again, just notice what parts of you are participating in this movement. Remember to make the movement light and easy. Remember, don't hold your breath. So allow yourself to breathe. Sometimes you create tension without even noticing or paying attention to it. And tension could be by piercing your lips, biting your cheek, or it could be just by frowning. So just allow yourself to breathe, which allows the movement to feel easy. And now gently stop this movement. Bring down the left knee. And now elevate the left knee again, placing the hands just below the knee. And in this position, we are going to take the head in the same direction as the arm and the leg. And remember, we want the movement to be at the same pace. So now that the head has stopped, she needs to stop moving the leg and come back to the starting or neutral point. So again, this lesson, it allows you to feel. So the head needs to roll in the same pace. So if one has stopped moving, you need to stop moving the other one. And just slow down a little more. So when you start rolling the head, then you gently move the arm and the leg. And again, notice for you at home, because from what I'm seeing, one side is easier for her to move the arm and the leg than the other. So just notice how it feels for you. And just feel. Once you're able to feel the movement, you can actually sense how you can make it easier. So now for our next movement, we will take the head in the opposite direction of the arm and the leg. Remember, it's the same synchronized movement. Remember to breathe. Don't pierce the lips. Don't bite the cheeks. Synchronized and slow. So we'll be doing one more movement like this. And gently stop the movement. Bring down the knee, bring down the leg. You can actually lengthen the legs and rest. And again, just check in with yourself. Now that we've completed the lesson, notice now how you are lying. Notice if more of you is coming into contact with the floor at home. So thank you so much for taking part in lesson 1. Thank you for taking part in our Neuromovement Wellness series.
All right, everybody. I hope you have the right energy for today, because you know what? It's good vibrations all around. And again, I know today's show definitely delivered for you. And all we're hoping is that it was just enough to give you some good energy, make you want to start your day, get out of bed. And like I said, get moving. Don't forget our friends from Soil to Boil have kicked off their Healthy and Wealthy campaign. And you know, here at DBS, we've been pushing a healthy lifestyle. You can see it in our programmings like Wheels Fit Lifestyle as well as Soca Size. So let's take this seriously. Get on the step challenge as well. And not to forget, again, we're celebrating excellence with the Nobel Laureate Festival. So go check them out on social media. Let us all embrace all the various forms of talent that we have right here. Now, I'm going to just say, please go out there, spread the word about DBS this morning, the best morning show you can ever have, right? I know you agree with me here. So have a blessed day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.